Hey TikTok, what's up? It's Makita, and I hope you've seen my other videos discussing multiple perpetrator stalking by groups like The Chosen. You may have seen them right on this app, or on Facebook, or on YouTube, or Patreon. And the other groups involved in targeting people with surveillance abuses is Twin Flame Universe and some of the coaches in the narcissistic personality disorder sphere, like Sam Vaknin and Richard Grannon. Sam Vaknin and Richard Grannon teach The Chosen, Twin Flame Universe, and other influencer wannabes how to participate in abuse, in proxy abuse. But they do this through surveillance abuses. So you hear a lot of the affiliates discussing doppelganging people for their energy and making themselves successful, opening candle stores or spiritual businesses through it. So what they do is basically target people with surveillance, hacking, physical stalking, and neural and biological surveillance, and then they turn that into their content. So they watch people and they script stories, sound bites, memes, content. They exploit that person's identity fully. They also try to entrap that person at the same time. So while all these affiliates that you see on here are discussing this storyline, they're watching the people that they stalk to entrap them in the storyline, to entangle them in their living script. So all of these people discussing others being targeted and multiple perpetrators stalked, they're the ones doing the targeting and stalking. And they do it so that they have a living script, something that they can come onto TikTok with and make sound bites, or go on Facebook and perform that person that they're targeting. They take the star power. So they're sitting here and they watch me and they use my likeness as their thumbnails. They go start other pages and they use my personality. They use, they'll just strip you apart. So anything that makes you makes you stand out, makes you, to them, cool, makes you trendy, whatever it is that makes you interesting and charismatic and magnetic, then they just sit there and watch you, and then they perform it. They perform it in storylines. They perform it as memes. They perform it as a living script. And they pretend to be the people that they're stalking. And they pretend like they're helping those people out. But what they're doing is gaslighting. So you've seen all these affiliates on here. They're from a group called The Chosen. And they're also a part of another group called Twin Flame Universe. And they consistently talk about narcissistic abuse. And that's because those networks are a repression and suppression group. Each affiliate is a part of a living script that's meant to gaslight the people that they've targeted and have put under surveillance so that they can sit there and entangle and entrap them in that script they're mirroring. So I watch you, I hop my bum up onto TikTok, and then I make a video about you directed at you, but I say it's for the collective or a general public. No, it's generally about the person that they're all stalking, and that's what they're monetizing. They're monetizing the identities of the people that they've targeted with surveillance abuse. Okay? So that is the group called The Chosen and Twin Flame Universe. They're out here stalking women and children and hacking them and trying to entangle and entrap them in scripts. Now, all of these people engage in identity theft, like physically, legally in the real world as well. So they're out here creating death certificates, marriage certificates for insurance fraud. They're engaging in all types of financial fraud. And then they use that as a part of their living script. So in that living script that they come up onto TikTok and Facebook and YouTube with, they're self-incriminating, corroborating the timeline, and basically building a timeline of evidence in regards to all their criminal activity. This is a network that engages in criminal activity and then has its affiliates report it online to monetize it and to also provide plausible deniability because they're gaslighting. Okay? So all of these people targeted me. They're talking about me indirectly as their collective, and they're gaslighting at the same time about what they themselves do. And what is it that they themselves do? They are surveillance, abuses-based, multiple perpetrator stalkers, and proxy abusers. They abuse through the proxy of their content and their living script. Okay? So anyways, remember that when all of these people are talking about in your energy, taking your energy and all this stuff. Energy is surveillance. All of these people, all of these affiliates are abusing surveillance. They're stalking women and children, and then they're reporting it on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And it's all gaslighting, and it's all based on their surveillance abuses.